I don't have music or anything. We just go.
All right.
Great.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Date Fails. We are at All Things Comedy. I'm Kate Quigley. Yes, this is going to be a really fun episode. I'm super pumped for this one. I have a couple on the show today. I've never had a couple on the show.
I love
you guys are.
We're your first. We're popping your
popping
cherry.
your couple cherry.
This is my first threesome.
Yes.
Woo! Yay!
I love it.
Just kidding. That's a lie. So you guys, I have two awesome guests today. And one of the things I love about this show is sometimes I have comics on that like, we've done shows together and I see you guys out, but I don't really feel like I've ever gotten to know you.
Totally.
You know, this is almost like a first date. I feel like it's like a first date.
That.
Yeah. So let me introduce my guest. First of all, I have, you're beautiful, hilarious. We just did a show together a few weeks ago. This girl killed it. You also, like me, hosted the AVN Awards on Showtime 2014, right?
I did. Yes, that was 2014.
Yes, we definitely have to talk about that. She tours all over the place. Rebekah Kochan, everyone. Woo!
Thank you for having me on your show.
Are you kidding? I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you.
And then also this guy, you have about 1 billion TV credits. I can't even name. Probably
that's all right.
Most notably Last Comic Standing. And can I say that when I did a little research on you guys, and I thought your most interesting credit, which I need to talk about, is you have on your website that you've won the most BET awards of any comic.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Which I was like, wait a minute, he's white, right?
I know.
In the 90s, I was super famous on black entertainment television.
Shut up.
I had my own sitcom. I was on a show called Comic View every day of the week. If you watched it, I was on it. Like,
and
it was
your name
crazy.
could sound like if I heard Dante the comic, everyone, first of all, Dante the comic.
Right.
Woo! That sounds like a black comic.
I even
name.
say that when I go up on stage, because a lot of times people, she'll even like introduce me and say, he's been on BET, blah, 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 please welcome Dante. They see me come up and I swear to God, clapping will stop as I enter the stage, like they're assuming the manager's going to say that the
confused.
black comic is running late.
Have you ever done that? That would be hilarious.
I actually say that. I just go, are you guys assuming that I was black because of all the BET credits?
That's so fun.
Because you guys are racist?
You should come up sometime and just pretend to be the club manager and just start making like announcements.
You
Comedians
actually
not here.
should.
Yeah.
That'd be really funny.
That'd be
So
really
anyway, I'm going to kill a little time till our black comic is there. I just refer to him as the black comic the whole time.
Right. Just keep calling him the black comic. Be like, I guess the black comic's not coming. So how did that happen that you became like such a huge BET star?
The 90s were... black comedy was huge back then, and it's like if you didn't do it, it's your own fault because there was money to be made. Like I was making a shit ton of. Can I say shit on here?
You can say anything.
All right, good.
Please say all the
shit
words.
ton of money. Like it was so different than going to like a white comedy club. White comedy club, you make X amount for like 5 days, or 4 days, 3 days, depending on where you go. Black room, they would fly you in first class, limousine. You would play a theater to like 2,000 people.
No way.
They'd hand you a bag of cash, not a check, a bag of cash.
I thought you were going to say a bag of cocaine.
Or whatever you wanted. Anything you wanted.
Anything you wanted.
Anything you wanted.
You know what I like about black clubs, even because it's funny. The first club I ever got paid at to do stand up was the J Spot.
Nice.
Have you been there? You guys been there? It's
I know it.
that sound
I've been there. I've
familiar?
been there.
It's in Inglewood. It is the blackest room in
J.
LA.
Anthony Brown.
Yes, J. Anthony Brown's J Spot. It's
Yeah.
literally like it's like going to a gospel church. I mean, that's how you feel. The audience. Well, because that's the thing. They dress up.
Right.
Like when they come out, black people, at least at these,
Right.
they are dressed to the nines.
Black people and gay people spend money for entertainment and love entertainment.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, totally.
best and Latinos, like best
Right.
audiences in the world. Gay, black, Latino.
Totally.
I couldn't agree more. That's why I love the Ontario Improv because it's a good mix of black and Mexican.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
Totally.
It's like my favorite place to play. So, well, that's cool that you're a black superstar.
Yeah, was.
No, you still are. I think you
I'll
still
take
are.
it. I'll take it.
Before we get into anything, I want to let you guys plug what you have coming up.
Why, thank you. Well, we're
Yeah.
going to be, anyone in Denver, we're going to be at the Denver Improv on December 20th through the 23rd. So come out. It's going to be an excellent time. And we're going to be at the Laugh Factory in Reno.
For New Year's.
For
but,
New Year's.
But we're there the whole week.
Woo.
We're there the 27th through January 1st. So
Yes.
come see us. It's
So
inside the
come
Silver
party.
Legacy in Reno. And then we're doing the Dirty where we played with you.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going back to the AVNs with my clients this
Oh,
year.
of course you are.
So we'll be at the
He
Dirty.
has some porn clients.
I have some porn clients,
Yes.
including
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ron Jeremy. I manage. I'm a manager also. I guess I should explain that to
Yeah,
people.
it sounds really interesting when you're like, I have porn clients. And that's where we played with you at the Dirty. Like, this just got really weird really quickly.
Everyone listening is
I know
like,
it got
what
weird.
the
Like
heck?
you have to explain stuff up front. I also am a manager because I work 1 hour a day and I like business and I like helping
Yes.
people's careers and making money at it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but anyway, so we're going there for the AVN Awards, but we're also playing the Dirty, which is a great show.
Yeah, just so you guys know, the Dirty at 12:30 is a show at South Point Casino Friday nights in Las Vegas at like 12:30 at night, and it's my favorite show in
It
Vegas.
just got voted best show,
great.
best free show in Las Vegas.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's arguably like, because the thing about it is all the headliners just pop in and
Right.
do spots.
Huge
so-
names every
Yeah,
week.
yeah. On any given night, you could see like Joe Rogan shows up and does 10 minutes. Like
Right.
people just pop in. It's
Right.
such a good room. It's such a room. It's
my
like
fa-
in the middle
it's
of the
my
casino.
favorite in
Right.
Vegas.
Yeah, it is mine as well.
Totally.
There was something else I was going to say about the AVNs. I'm bummed I'm not going to be there this year.
I
Yeah, how come?
know.
Well, I'm actually working that weekend with Joey Diaz in Scottsdale, Irvine, Tempe. Where are we going? Tempe Improv.
That'll be
so,
fun.
I
yeah.
love him. Say hi.
Yeah, he's the best. I love him as well. But no, there was something I was going to say about the AVNs. Damn, it'll come back to me. Rebekah,
Yes.
you hosted the AVN Awards.
Yes, that's our like thing that we have together. We were both AVN hosts.
I know. So how did it happen for you?
I did a spot at the Comedy Store, and I actually I bombed. It was horrible.
That's
it
not
was,
true. That's not true. She did a
I-
show where
it was-
everyone else was she was on a showcase where everyone else was keeping it clean. She went a little dirty,
I
and it's
went
sort of going
super dirty. I
downhill
went super
because of that.
dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't feeling it though. And so this guy came up to me afterwards and he's like, I thought you were really funny. And I was like, oh, thanks, whatever. And then literally 9 months later, that guy
Who is
tracked
this?
me
Was
down.
it Gary Miller?
No,
Chris
good old
Beaver.
Gary. It was
Okay. Okay, from Showtime.
From
Okay.
Showtime.
Yeah.
Calls
And
and says he wants her, and it was great.
right, yeah. And so that's how the
Yeah.
whole thing
And we
came
had to meet Gary
fruition.
Miller, who says, "I don't trust you. I don't want you to
Totally.
do it."
Oh
Totally.
my
He told me
He
God.
goes,
that.
"I don't know if you're
He's like,
funny
I
or
don't
not."
even know you. You could be terrible. I don't know.
Yo, Gary Miller is this guy who produces the AVNs. God bless him.
God bless him. He's a
Nice
good man. He is. He's
nice
a nice
guy.
man.
I think he produces porn also.
I don't know. I don't know.
I kind of heard that. Like,
wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, but he is the ultimate nigger when it comes to girls. I'm not kidding. He is
Totally.
Yeah, because he hired me for the. I got hired for the job. Him and another guy from Showtime came out
Nice.
to see me at Ventura Harbor Club,
Nice.
and then they asked me if I wanted to do it. And the funny thing is, I didn't even know what it was. I'm not kidding. They were like, "Do you want to host the AVN Awards?" And I was like, "What is that? Like a bird show?" Like I literally had no idea what they were talking about.
Is this to help people with that flu?
Yeah. I was like, I'm not really into animals. But so they were like, we just think you're really funny, and we want like a girl, and we want an attractive woman, whatever. And then but then after they hired me, he kept telling me like how lucky I was, to have the
You
job.
should be so grateful that
Yeah.
I know. It was like he always said the worst shit to me. Like the day of the show, some woman came to do my makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said to the girl who came in my hotel room, he goes, "Now look, you need to make her look like a hot chick, and then after the show, she can go back to doing whatever it is that she does the rest of the time."
Oh my God.
That's what he said. I was like, I'm standing right here. Like I can hear you.
He said the same thing to me when he called me to tell me that they wanted to
You have
offer
to look
it
super
me.
hot or whatever.
He goes, just so you know, you can't wear your flannel and do your usual butched out thing that you do. I was like, okay, I think I can accomplish that. He's like, you have to wear a dress. So
So rude.
you have to wear a dress. It's so funny because it's like, what does he think you're gonna do? Go on Showtime in cargo pants and a flannel?
Right.
No.
Because people always go on national television just wearing a flannel.
All
and,
the time.
And the whole time he's just telling you bits that he loves that he wrote. He's
my
always going,
God.
"Oh, you know what? One guy's these people are gonna be making out, and he's gonna come out in a dress, and she's gonna be in a tuxedo, and they're gonna go, oh, I guess we put on the wrong clothes. Everyone's gonna love it."
We heard about this every day.
Every day we had to hear the same story.
Can I tell you guys the one thing that happened that, oh God, I know they probably listen to this and then I'm going to get an angry email or something, but I gave them my, I gave them my jokes. I told them a lot of the jokes I was going to do before the show.
Sure.
And what's so funny is I had jokes about incest, and a rape joke and a Charlie Sheen's AIDS joke
Sure.
and all these jokes. And then the one joke he didn't want me to do was I had a joke about Donald Trump. It was just like, there's a new award this year, the award for biggest dick. Surprisingly, a black actor wasn't nominated, but that's because the only nominee is Donald Trump. Whatever, right? I gave that to him, and he goes, we don't think you should do the Donald Trump joke because porn stars are actually really conservative, and we don't think it's going to work.
You know what? Isn't that so weird? Doesn't that? Because they are. Like, you meet a lot of them that are, like, very conservative Christian, and you're like, dude, you, like, have anal for a living, man.
It is weird. It is weird.
It's super, super weird.
And there's so many happily married couples in porn, too.
That have children.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh, my God. Did I tell you that I played a Mensa convention recently, and I was the 9 o'clock show, and there was an 8:30 thing in the ballroom next door that I had to compete with, and the 8:30 thing was parenting after porn.
Wow.
Yeah, parenting after porn at a Mensa convention, by the way, because that's what the Mensa folks are looking for.
Sure.
Parenting after porn, and it was taught by this couple, and I swear to God, I'm not making this up. It was a guy and a girl. The girl had a stump leg. She was an amputee. And
You're lying.
She specialized in porn where people would fuck her with her own leg.
No!
That was
lying.
her thing. No, I'm not kidding.
With the old leg that fell off?
No.
That would be
What?
great. That I would watch.
Like, it's amazing what it is.
That's with the old leg.
Yeah.
That fell off.
Wow.
So,
But yeah, a lot of
So
them are
wait,
in.
how does she, with her own? I
Like-
don't
I
even
mean,
know how that
I
happens.
assume that she probably purposely has some kind of, stump leg that's easy to be
God,
inserted.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
would
she
think.
puts it in other people.
Who? I don't know. I
Nobody
don't know.
knows.
Who knows?
Nobody knows.
It's fascinating, though.
I think that the stump leg sex toy conversation is a perfect time to introduce my new
Segue.
sponsor to the podcast.
Segue.
AdamandEve.com. AdamandEve.com is a fantastic place to get sex toys. I don't
Yes.
believe that they sell stump legs that you can use.
Yet.
Which is fine, because, I'm not sure that's a popular fetish, although we could probably turn it into one here on Date Fails. But I do want to give a shout out. I'm very excited about AdamandEve.com because everyone knows I love lingerie and I love vibrators. And Adam and Eve has both. And they also have all kinds of other things, lotions and lube. And we have a fabulous deal going on right now. There is a coupon code, which is DATE, D-A-T-E, as in date fail. If you go put in DATE at checkout, you get 50% off just about any item in the store. And when you select one item at 50% off, you also receive 3 free adult DVDs, plus a free mystery gift, and to top it all off, even free shipping on your entire order. So I know they could probably get some of your clients' films. You want to give any of your clients a shout out on here?
Yeah,
Sure.
you can see.
Ron Jeremy, Evan Stone, Sylvia Sage.
I didn't know you had Evan Stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I want to have him on as Donald Trump.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
he's so good as
dude.
Donald
He does
Trump.
a great Donald
He
Trump
does a great
impression.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
and
be
he's
fantastic.
really funny. Like,
Yeah.
You should. He's a really, really funny guy.
He's funny, and so is Ron. I was so impressed.
Ron is really funny.
Yeah, I take on clients. I don't book them in porn at all. I take them on to put them in things. Like I've gotten Ron in probably 20 movies this year, and
No
on
way.
BuzzFeed and all these other things. So that's what I like to do with them. Get them in movies and whatever. But yeah, he is brilliant. Evan Stone is actually really funny, and he does stand up too, just like Ron.
I've met Evan so many times, and I had no idea. I hope he doesn't take offense to this. I don't watch tons of porn, okay? I didn't know he was a porn star. I just thought he was a Donald Trump impersonator.
No.
I really did. I thought that's what he did.
He
you
was
should-
like
you
the
think that was
Fabio
great.
of porn for forever. He had this long hair.
I know. He
No
was.
way.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, totally.
Yes.
He was the Fabio of porn.
Wow. Well, there you go, guys. So
Yeah.
visit adamandeve.com. And, okay, so now let's get into it with you two. I'm fascinated by you guys.
Oh, good.
Great. I'll take it.
You guys are, so first of all, I have like a no dating comics rule because I've done it and fucked it up so
I've
badly.
done- me too. I
And
hated
they're
it.
nuts. It's a weird thing to do. Yes.
But you guys are both comics.
Yes.
How long have you guys been together?
Almost 10 years.
Wait, are you guys married or just a couple?
No, we're not married yet. We want to get married. We're married, except we don't have a
She
piece of
has a nice
paper.
ring on
do,
that I
I
bought
do.
her, a nice rock.
Aw.
But
Yes.
I put
wow,
a wedding
that-
ring on because I think it's unfair that a woman has to wear a ring and a man doesn't. So this
Yeah.
way women know I'm taken even if I'm not
That's
married.
really
No, he's a
sweet.
good one.
So wait, you guys are not married, but you both wear rings. So you basically act like you're married, but you just
married.
don't have the paperwork.
Right. Which we plan on getting married.
Probably
like we
this year.
both want to get married. Yes, totally. It's just a matter of
We
like
were
time
originally
and-
waiting for gay marriage to pass.
I knew you were going to
Right.
say that.
Yeah. We were originally. I was like, I don't want to get married. Well,
And then as soon as it passed, everyone was like, "Are you getting married?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but we're not planning a date
right,
immediately."
Exactly.
So we waited a couple years.
I didn't realize you guys have been together 10 years.
I know.
Holy shit.
Since I was
I've
a
been
child,
right.
literally.
She
since
was
I was
almost
a child.
9 at the time.
I was just going to say that because you look super duper young.
Oh, bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
So,
you.
wait, I don't want to ask how old you are. Not that you don't look young, Dante.
No, I
I'm
don't.
like just looking at her. You look young.
She is young. I met her when she was young. I'm not gonna lie. She
Yeah,
was young.
I was a young child
Yeah.
when you met me.
Did you date guys before him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because to me,
She was an adult.
she looks like 30.
No, I'm 32. So when I met him, when I was 22, but I also left home when I was 17. So from like 17 to 22, I was living hard and fast. Let me tell you.
Where are you from?
Las Vegas.
Oh.
She's not a runaway. Let me explain this. Her mother helped her move.
Right. She was cool with
Her
it.
mom loved her. She was just done with school and was 17 and wanted out.
Right.
Look, it's
Wanted
fine
out.
if your mom hated you. My mom hated me. So no one's judging you here, okay?
No, they didn't hate me.
Okay, that's
They were
good.
just cool with me leaving home at 17
Yeah.
because
They were thrilled. They're like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Wait, where did you move to when you were 17?
I got a studio apartment in Los Feliz and I worked at PF Chang's, and that's what I did when I first moved here. But yes, I had a full life between 17 and when I met Dante, for sure.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah.
You dated? Am I allowed to dig into that, or is
I don't
Dante
care.
going to get uncomfortable?
No,
I won't get
I mean,
uncomfortable.
I dated.
I'll
a
talk
lot.
about anything too. I don't care.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you dated a lot
Yeah.
between 17 and 22.
Yes.
Any serious boyfriends during that time?
No.
Oh,
No,
just lots of dating?
Lots of dating.
That's
yes.
so good. That's why you guys are good, because you got it out of your system.
Is that? I mean, maybe. I mean,
She
I
was a
don't know.
really shitty girlfriend when we first got together.
I was because I didn't
she
know
had never
how-
dated anybody.
Right. I was like the worst.
She knew nothing about dating
Or
somebody.
being in a monogamous relationship because I'd never done it.
He was your only one?
He's
Yeah.
been my only monogamous relationship ever. Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
She was really bad at it.
I was.
What do you mean? Like what?
I'll give you a good example.
Please.
When we first started dating, we went out with her and some of her friends, hung out all night. Me and this guy are hanging out on her bed at the end of the night. We're talking, best friends. I give him my number. We exchange numbers. And then he leaves, and this girl comes in and goes, wow, you're a great boyfriend. I've never seen any boyfriend cool with hanging out with her ex-boyfriend before. And I was like, her what? And she didn't even tell me. He didn't tell me. I'm hanging out on her bed with this guy.
Oh.
How do you
I
not
know,
tell
like,
the
what
guy
an
you're dating?
asshole.
Well, he wasn't really an ex-boyfriend because she never had one. He was just a guy she slept with.
Yeah, but this was the guy she was with for forever.
But
even
not in a
even while she was
monogamous
dating other people, be
relationship,
honest,
though.
you dated him more than anyone else.
For a longer period than anyone else. Yeah, but I
Correct.
was never in a monogamous
Are you
relationship.
supposed to tell?
What?
Who you've been with? Or if you're yes.
Well, let's say
around. You know what I mean? Like,
Look,
you guys
I
just
did a
hung out
tour-
once, or you'd hung out many times.
No, we were dating. We
No,
were,
I mean that guy was it your first time meeting him that night.
yes.
Yeah.
So
First
you're
time.
saying she
yeah.
should have given you like a little heads up, like,
She should have
hey,
been like, by the way, I dated this guy. We went on a comedy tour. Do you know Shayma Tosh?
yeah.
Okay, she was my girlfriend before she even got into comedy. A long time
wow.
ago. Long time ago.
Okay.
So Shayma became a comic. We were going to go on tour one time, and it was like 5 people doing military stuff, right? And I'm like, oh man, Shayma's on this show. So now I have to explain to her who she is and make her comfortable, you know? And we show
Right.
up on this tour, and the two of them got along better than I got
Right.
along, you know, whatever.
Sure.
Like, it
was
was
no
no
big
big
deal.
deal.
But if I didn't tell her that, and then Shayma was like, you know, when Dante and I were dating, she would have freaked out. That's rude.
Good point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
fair point. You guys were dating for a while. You probably should have. Okay, that's fair if you're
Right.
dating for a while.
Right.
I don't know, because I mean, like, for instance, I had a birthday party recently.
Yes.
You guys were there.
Yes.
And I
Very
was
fun.
thank you. It was
Yes,
very fun.
absolutely.
But I was really uncomfortable because a lot of guys showed up that I either had hooked up with or was currently kind of dating. But I didn't know they were all going to be there. Like a couple, I invited the formers, you know, I had
Sure.
invited, but I didn't really think they'd come. And then they did. And then there's one that I'm kind of seeing who my friend accidentally sort of mentioned it to. So then he showed up. And then there was one I actually invited that I wanted to come, but then it sucked because they were all there, and
my
I didn't know what to do, so I just avoided all of them the whole time.
That was the only option. I
You're
mean,
like, oh my God, Dante and Rebekah are here. Excuse me.
I was so happy. Yeah, every time anyone walked in that I had never slept with or made out with, I was like, thank you, God.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really awkward.
Now, were a lot of them comics?
No. I had 2 comics that were there I've made out with, but
Okay.
have never had sex with. So I went through a little phase where I would like make out with comics, you know,
Sure.
like be out, get drunk, we'd make out. But thank God I've only slept with a couple.
Good.
And I liked those two a lot. So
Well, great.
I regret both of them.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, one I was like crazy about. We dated for like a year and I was
Really?
so into him. Well, it was just like, you know when you date someone that you know the whole time you should stop, but the sex is so good that you can't stop. So that guy, we eventually realized though that we would murder each other if we kept dating. So we stopped, but I think both of us like still to this day, when we see each other, we still want to fuck, but we just we avoid each other so that we don't fuck. That's how it is now.
Well, that's smart though. That's a mature adult thing to do.
Well, the truth is he just won't fuck me. I've begged.
Shut up.
True?
Yeah.
He's a comic?
Totally not true.
I'm not. I swear to God, it's the truth. This is what happened.
don't believe that
I
at
swear,
all.
I would show you the
gay.
text. No, he's
Gay.
not gay.
How does a comic not want to fuck?
I know.
Is he
Doesn't make
dating
it-
someone now?
I would no. Well, first of all, he's crazy. But to be
sure.
fair, we're all comics.
Sure.
The truth is that he and I made each other so. We have blocked and unblocked each other's numbers at least a dozen times. Me and this guy. Like we are either like super passionate or want to murder each other. No joke.
Wow.
So whenever I'm not seeing anyone or whenever I'm not sleeping with anyone and I'm really in the mood, I'll still hit him up. But now this is how it goes. Like I'll send him a text. I'll just go, "Hey, you up?" And he'll write back, "No." Or I'll go like, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?" And he'll go, "We're not fucking." He literally won't do it. He won't do it.
It's the nuttiest
Wow.
thing. Everyone
no,
listening to
you
this
must
is
have
like,
out crazied him. That's probably what happened. You had to have out crazied him.
There's no
For
way.
a man to turn down his own penis,
With a
you
really-
out crazied him.
with a really
I'm
hot
sorry.
woman.
I really like you, but you had to have.
I mean, we're both crazy. We're both super.
Did you do
duper
something that he
crazy.
was like, I can't believe you fucking did that?
Do you know what he told me? Do another truth?
Yes.
Okay, this is what he told me, but I don't know if it's true or not. He told me one night at a comedy club, this wasn't that long, for like a year and a half, we didn't speak. And then finally we kind of started talking casually in public. And then he told me one night, he goes, "Look, I know I was insane with you." He goes, "But here's the thing. I know it's not fair because I know we were never exclusive. And I know I was always fucking other people, but I kind of liked you. And when I would see like all the other comics that hit on you, it would really bother me. And in my head, I would think you were fucking everyone. And so like, he goes, I can't just fuck you and not give a fuck what you're doing, but I also don't want to be with you. So we just can't fuck."
Yeah,
so
that's fair. That's fair.
kind of
Okay.
explained
That makes
it.
sense. That makes good sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he knows.
So he really likes you, but he's not ready to commit to anybody, and it hurts too much to like you.
I mean, that's what he
But
says.
I'd buy that. I'd buy that. That makes sense.
I think he has a girlfriend.
Oh.
That has to be it. No guy turns down sex if they're single.
Exactly.
Thank
No,
you.
not
That's
if you
what I-
truly like someone. I
don't know.
Look, jealousy is a beast. It's a beast. Like, I get it. Because
Really?
I mean,
Look how jealous you were of her ex that was sitting on the bed with you. That
I actually
one time.
wasn't jealous. I was just, tell me.
I
was
know.
still
I
gone out
should've.
with them. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
That's all. Just tell me. I don't care. I've hung out with lots of her ex-boyfriends. Have I not?
Yeah.
I'm friends. One of my best friends is her ex-boyfriend's best friend. Like, I'm not a jealous guy. I only get jealous if someone makes me jealous.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the thing, and that's why it's so hard to date comics, I feel, especially as the man, because, like, here's the thing, like, for you, it's probably not as bad, because you know he loves you, he's not going to cheat on you.
Right.
But, like, guys know, if he sees another comic talking to you, he automatically knows that guy's trying to bang you, because there's
Right.
no reason guys talk to women if they're not.
Right.
Which,
Right.
that's not always true, but I get what you're saying.
But you know
But
what I
it's
mean.
true.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
guys want to fuck every girl, and they don't care if you have a boyfriend or not.
Correct.
Right,
And
exactly.
pretty girls, now, they'll even take sitting in a car with you alone for 20 minutes as something great in
Right.
their life.
Right. And if you're nice to a man, then they think that like you want to fuck them because that's obviously how it works. And
Right.
then there's that whole vicious cycle.
That was one of our issues in the beginning because there would always be some comic, usually the opening act, who wouldn't offer me weed, but all of a sudden would go off in a car with her for like a half hour while I was on stage and smoke weed. And I'm like, it's just, I don't know. It's a little weird to me. you
That
know?
is weird.
We had a learning. No, I know. I was the worst when we got
She
together.
was the worst
I
when we
was
got
the
together.
worst girlfriend in the history of girlfriends when we first got together because I had no idea how to be in any sort of relationship.
Yeah.
So I was horrible.
You had to learn.
Yeah.
Right. I eventually just said, look, you can have guy friends, do whatever you want. Just don't give away our relationship power. You know what I mean? If a guy
Yeah.
wants to buy you a drink and you can tell he's hitting on you, just say, I'll give you all my money. You can buy whatever you want. You know what I mean?
I'll take that.
But if a guy is being nice and wants to buy you a drink, let him buy you a drink. Like I don't care. It's just if you can tell if a man's hitting on you and trying to like hook up with you, or if he's just being nice.
I mean, see, now this is interesting because I used to think that until guys all drilled it into my head that no guy buying a drink for you is ever just being nice.
But if I bought you a drink, it would just be me being
Oh,
nice.
of course, because I know you're a girl, though. That's
Right, but I
different.
mean-
I know it. That doesn't mean anything. I can't tell you how many comics I've been on the road with. And I won't say one name where all they do is fuck 5 women, and we pull up to the airport, and there's their wife and kids waiting for them.
That's true, but I'm such a girl's girl. I was just talking to someone about this. It's funny because like people think I'm such a guy's chick because I love a lot of my friends are guys and I like sports, so people assume I'm like a guy's chick. But I'm such a girl's girl when it comes to like if I know your girl, I would, even if I don't know your girl, if I know you have a girl, I would never in a million years even like touch a dude that I know has a girlfriend because. Like, if someone did that to me, I'd want to stab her.
Right.
You know? So I would never do that.
But I'm also a good boyfriend. Like, if I go on
Yeah.
the road, I make sure she can call me even if I'm on stage. Like, there's, a lot of
Yeah,
comics
he's
will
really
be like,
good.
On stage.
yeah, I don't care. I'll be like, honey, I'm in the middle of a show.
People, the audience must love that,
They do.
by
They
the way.
think it's
yeah.
funny.
I'll
That's
never
so
tell a
cute.
joke or something.
You guys have been together 10 years and you still have this.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm madly in love with her.
And I never thought I would get married. Like, really, I
Yeah.
never thought I would be able to be in like a healthy, functioning relationship. Really, never. And like, I think Dante's the only person that I could have had that with.
This is the opposite of date fails. This is date success. We're getting good advice. No, this is so
But
great.
I've had a million
good.
bad dates. I think that's why we connect is because we figured out what we hated in other people.
Right.
Don't you think?
What we
Right?
hated.
We had so many date fails.
So many. So
Both of you?
many.
Okay, great. Let's hear some. I want to hear some of the worst.
I could go on for so long. I don't even know where to begin.
Sadly, one of the people is probably listening to this show, and you probably know her.
Maybe.
There's a girl I dated right before Rebekah, and it just got weird. It got weird.
I want to hear about it. It has to be a comic. Wait, so it's a comic?
Yeah.
So you've dated a lot of comics.
No, I dated 2 comics. That's it.
You do. Yeah, he really has only dated 2 comics.
And the other comic, Shema, wasn't even a comic when I dated
Oh, she
her.
wasn't a comic. That's
She was
right.
a dealer in San Diego at a casino.
She's
that
a
had come-
sweetheart.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
a
she's
sweetheart.
very nice.
She came out to my show and we started dating. And
Oh, okay.
that kind of ended poorly because she was sick one night. I stayed at her house to like keep her healthy. I stayed up watching TV with her friend. In the morning, she was very jealous at the time, but she was like, in fairness, she was like
Young.
18.
Yeah.
She thought I slept with her friend that night. She was also in a fevery coma or whatever.
Jeez.
But
She's
anyway,
also a
we
comic.
just stopped seeing each
Right,
other.
exactly.
We've been friends since that day, but that's why we kind of stopped seeing each other.
Oh, wow.
But the other one, it's I don't know. You better tell some of your stories. I have to figure out if I can even.
You can tell this.
Well, there's.
She's probably not listening. I wonder. Now I don't know who it is, but I doubt many comics listen to my show.
All right, so there's
I
a
don't
female
know,
comic
I
that
bet
I
they
dated
do.
right before Rebekah, and I think we had sort of the same thing. It was a crazy relationship where it's like we enjoyed hanging out with each other, but then I was also almost too afraid to leave because it was so crazy. You know what I mean? I was afraid of what she would do because even when I was being nice to her, she would act like I destroyed her. Like one night,
Dramatic.
right?
Dante has a thing for crazy Jews. Like,
do,
he's with
I do.
me now.
Everyone has a thing. Every guy has a thing for crazy women.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Guys love crazy
They are
women.
attracted to Dante. Like,
So, anywho, like one night, here's a good example of crazy. I had just bought this nice white dinner jacket. I'm running Vitello's at
What
the
year
time.
was this? Just kidding.
It was like 10 years ago.
1972. Okay.
It was like 10 years ago.
Okay.
But anyway, I was running Vitello's comedy night with this guy who just passed away, Mel Cole. And this girl that I was dating, she wanted to go up on the show, and there was an agent in the room. And I said, when do you want to go up? She goes, I want to go up right before you or something like that. Soon as she gets off stage, she had a bad set. She came up to me with her wine, threw it all over me, threw the glass down, broke it, and started screaming in the middle of Vitello's.
Oh, my
that
God.
She had a bad set and that I sabotaged her.
Holy
all I
shit.
did was say, where do you want to go up? And she goes, you knew I shouldn't have been in that fucking spot. And
What?
yeah.
This is the thing, though. It's like mixing business and pleasure. So, like, if she wasn't a comic, then that kind of shit probably wouldn't have happened, right?
Right.
So you
But it
guys.
was also a bad situation. I was like going through divorce stuff, and she wanted me to get out of my marriage sooner. And I was like, I'm separated. I'll be done with it when I'm done with it. You know, I shouldn't have even been seeing her. It was a lot of drama. I hate to say it. It was a lot of drama. And look, she's probably a great person. We were water and vinegar or whatever it is.
Oil and vinegar.
Oil and vinegar. Yeah.
It's like me and the guy. I have him saved in my phone as no. He's still my opening joke. I say I have a guy. I've been texting with a guy. I've saved my phone as no, and the joke still works because we still text to this day. It's been like 4 years. We still text. Literally, like actually about 3.5 years now. It has been just we haven't had sex in 2 years, and we still text back and forth. And like sometimes we'll start flirting, like we're gonna hook up again, and then before it gets to that point, we'll start fighting. And so now for the last like 6 months, we've just been texting as friends. He decided.
So I'll whisper mine to you if you whisper yours to me. But if you don't want to know,
he has to have a girlfriend. I'm telling you, this guy has to have a girlfriend.
He has to, right?
Yes.
Anytime a guy
can
won't
you tell me an age range?
I'll tell you who he is after the show.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Fair enough. Because I'm
Can you tell me
dying
an
to
age
know.
range?
I'm like going
He's my
through.
age. He's like 34, 35. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, because I've been going through the head. I'm like, oh my God, who is this mystery man that she is talking
I'll
about?
tell you guys who it is after the show. He's not. Yeah, that's
All
right.
right.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
So hold on. You were married
Yes,
married,
he was
yeah.
married.
for how long?
I was on a bad date for 15
17 years.
You
I was
were
on a
married
date fail.
17 years.
15 years.
How old are you?
I started comedy 30 years ago when I was
So
14.
young.
I know.
I'm 44.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, no, you look fantastic. First of all.
Thanks.
And so that means you got married when you were like 18 or something.
Yeah, young. I was like 21, something like that.
And you stayed in it for 15, 17 years?
Yep. And we have a beautiful daughter, which is worth it.
Aw.
She's a roller derby girl. Her name is Willow.
Shut up. She does roller derby?
Yeah, she's part of the
so
Derby Dolls.
badass.
Wait, how old is she?
She's
She's
a junior.
13.
She's a junior derby doll.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's 13.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my God, I
she's
want to go.
super-
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's
We'll invite you.
so
It's the best.
fun.
Really?
And she's like
my
the
God,
killer
so
on
fun.
the team. She's the jammer. She's the one that always
And
like
these
goes
little
around.
girls beat the shit out of each other. Like you see little girls just go flying through the air, and it's like terrifying and hilarious all at the same time.
You know what I love about my
It's
daughter?
amazing.
She likes to be girly, but likes rough things. Like,
Yeah.
that's
how I
why she
am.
likes derby dolls.
Right.
She
Yeah.
puts on all of her makeup, gets as pretty as possible. She did that the other day just to go skateboarding at the park.
I know.
She
Right.
looked like a supermodel skateboarding at the
I
park.
know.
That is so cool. Rebekah, do you and her get along?
Totally.
They're
We're
best
super
friends.
close because she was little when we got together. So I mean, like, I've been a part of her life
She's
forever
always been
now.
her stepmom. Always.
Yeah.
Is she into boys yet?
Yes.
Always has been. Always has been.
And it's killing me. I'm like,
Really?
oh, I was hoping she was going to be a lesbian just because I don't want her to have to deal with men. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Men
well,
are the worst.
Men are
By the way,
worst.
I will gladly tell every man's secret if you need to know them.
Every man's secret?
Every man's secret, I will tell you.
That they're just awful? Is that it?
Most
men
of
are
them.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I will go on the road and a guy will go. I'll hear him on the phone with his wife going, "Honey, there is no phone in the hotel, and my cell phone is not getting service. I am, 15 minutes away. I had to drive 15 minutes away just to make this call. I'm going to bed." And he's in his hotel room making this call next to the phone that's by his bed.
Of course, because yeah, I mean, I know, I've witnessed. But here's the thing, though, is that women, our fault, and I talk about this on stage, is we hear these red flags and we ignore them.
Always.
Totally.
I was on a
totally.
first date with a guy that I ended up really being into. We dated for like 9 months. And on the first date, I should have listened and we ignored the shit. On the first date, he told me a story about one night when he had a girlfriend and he was out with his roommate and he was flirting with some chick at a bar. And he went home and he was in bed with his girlfriend at his apartment, and his roommate came back and was like, "Hey man, I brought the chick from the bar back for you." And he was pissed at his roommate, not for doing it, but for doing it without checking first to see if his girlfriend was there. And he told me this story.
Oh my God.
Right.
That
And
should
in
have been my
hindsight-
That's a red
cue.
flag.
I should have been like, this guy's a cheater. I gotta
Totally.
get. But at the time, I was like, well, maybe he'll just be a fun fling. Maybe it's not a big deal. And then, of course, I ignored it and ended up catching feelings for him and having like my heart broken.
Right. No, women can ignore anything if they want to.
Well, that's
women
part
are,
of the like she didn't trust me at first because I was
didn't
going
trust
through a divorce.
anybody.
I was dating that other comic, and now I'm breaking up with the other comic, still going through the divorce, and madly in love with this one. And she was like, "No,
Oh, God.
no, you're, and I had to prove myself over and over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then finally I did, and then she turned into bad girlfriend in her early 20s.
That's probably why you stayed, though.
Right.
Because I feel like the fact that she was bad girlfriend is probably the reason you kept chasing her. Because the minute
Yes.
guys feel like they've got you, they give up trying. Always.
No, then we shouldn't get married, or else you're gonna be.
Don't
like,
get married. Don't get married. Just
Don't.
stay.
We shouldn't.
Just keep it how
Maybe.
it is.
Don't do it.
Unless you need the tax write-off.
No.
But you have a
Yeah.
kid. You already have a tax
Yeah,
write-off.
I know exactly.
I want to hear more about the 13-year-old being into boys, though. Like, what is this like?
Oh my God, she'd be so mad if she knew we were talking about this right now.
Oh.
But yeah, no, she's totally into boys, and I'm just like, no. She was into this boy that had like pink hair, dyed his hair pink, was like super punk rock. I was like, really?
I don't care. I've always told her, look, if these boys are nice, I'll be nice to them. If someone comes to the door and was like, hey, dude, is Willow here? I'll be like, slam. Willow, get your stuff. I'm taking you to a movie. You know, because that guy's not getting in my house.
Wait.
You call me dude.
Oh,
you
if
don't
he
get
calls
to-
you dude,
Right.
he doesn't
hey,
get to
dude,
come
is
in?
Willow here? Slam.
I was so confused. I'm like, where did he go wrong?
No,
I
yeah.
didn't even
Don't call
think
me
of that.
dude. Don't call me dude.
But you're cool with the idea of like her dating.
I don't care. I don't care.
Wow.
She's a
Of
smart
course,
girl.
no,
That's
of
why.
course.
She's so smart.
She can do whatever she wants.
is-
She's her
is
own
she not
person.
smart?
She's very smart.
Right. And I don't mean book smart. I just mean like
Well, she's
no
book
one's going
smart
I know.
also, but-
She also is. But she's not going to let some guy fuck her over.
No, she's not.
And I
She's
spent
very
my
smart.
whole life telling her every man trick. Always. Right?
Like what? What are some man tricks?
man trick.
Man tricks, like what I said. If a man says that there's no phone at a motel,
yeah.
he's full of shit.
Yeah.
If a
doesn't
man,
get it-
here's a great one, ladies. Listen to this. Women do this too. You're on the phone with someone, right? And he says, "Hold on, there's another call." He clicks back, and you go, "Who's that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a friend." Anyway, what were you saying? If it was a male, he would have said that was Mike, my friend Mike.
Right.
If it's a woman, you say it's my friend and you move on. So women do that too. They're like, oh, that was just my friend. Anyway, what were you saying? But they don't want to say that was.
Tricky.
Yeah, that's a real trick. that
That's a
people
good
do.
point. It's just like this. It's like if you're trying to make plans with a guy and he says, "Oh, I can't. I have plans." That means he has another date. But if he says like, "Oh, I can't. I'm going to the
He's descriptive,
races with
right.
Mike." Yeah, they always explain it when it's a guy. If it's a chick, they're always like, "Oh, I can't. I'm busy," or I
Right.
have plans.
Right,
Right,
totally.
because if he was doing a gig or something, he would say, "I'm at the Improv tonight" or whatever.
That's why I always tell guys, no matter what I'm doing, I'm elusive and I just say plans, even if it's with girls. I want to keep them guessing.
Yeah, totally.
I don't want to play games, but I also don't want to give away my hand too soon. I have a bad habit of that.
Let me ask you something. Part
Yeah.
of what I see as your brand is that you are the fun, funny single girl.
Right.
Would a relationship fuck that up? For
Yes.
You? Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, because I've seen it
Yeah.
as part of your fun brand.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I think for me, that's and I was going to ask you guys about this that's the caveat for me with dating is that, yeah, a lot of my brand has been built on being like single and having fun and making these mistakes. And I am at a point where I want to kind of try to meet someone, I
Sure.
think. But then again, every time I meet a nice guy that really is into me and wants more, I'm the one to run away. I meet guys that will never commit to me and I fall for them because they won't commit. I know.
Right? No, that's what women. That's a
People-
total. Women do that though. You always
And
want
so
what
do men.
you. Right. Everyone.
Men love
always
to
does
chase
that.
you. That's why a lot of I have some girlfriends that will be like, this guy, he'd never. I'm like, did you sleep with him right away? Yes. Well, he's done hunting you.
That's it.
Right.
He's done hunting.
Right.
Yeah.
If he had to hunt you for a while, or whatever, but the minute the hunt's over,
It's interesting though, because even after you sleep with them, if you lose interest, they'll start over chasing you again.
right?
But the problem is, it's like that's so much work to have to keep pretending not to be into someone forever.
Yeah. I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, because that seems to be the key is to act like you don't. My friend says, whoever cares less wins. I don't want to care less, you know?
You know what? You don't have to care. You know what I would suggest to women? Let men impress you. Like, let him take you out on a real fucking date. Like, women don't make men take them out places anymore.
That's
Like,
a good point.
I know
Yeah.
a girl who's like, yeah, and we're just going to a coffee shop, and I'll pay for mine, he'll pay for his.
Ugh,
I'm like,
no.
let him impress you. Let him take you out. See if he opens the fucking door. Let him be a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if he has to chase you like that, and it takes him a month to sleep with you, you'll have him around your finger for life.
That's true.
For life.
You know, I have to say the opening the door thing is very charming, and guys don't do it enough anymore. Even car door.
I know.
Like, I dated a guy who would always open my car door, and I got so used to it that I recently went on a date with another guy who was a really nice guy, but he didn't open my car door, and I was like, ugh, What a
Gross.
schlub.
Right.
Yeah, I was so turned off.
Yeah.
I think I might expect too much now, though.
No.
Do you still open her car door?
Yes.
After 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years. Didn't you notice today when we came in, I
You
ran ahead of
did.
you two to go open that door
You
for
did. I know. He's so...
I stand when she
gentleman.
gets up in a restaurant.
Let
If she goes to the bathroom, I stand up.
You do?
I stand up when she gets back. Even if
Wow.
we're out with her parents, I don't care. I'll be the only man in the restaurant doing it. I don't care. I'm showing her respect.
He's a good man. I got really lucky, really.
But is he dirty in bed?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing is it's hard to
Yeah.
find a guy
Yeah.
that's a gentleman who's really dirty in bed.
Oh, he's dirty.
Yeah.
For sure.
If Willow's listening, I'm sorry.
know. Oh,
I don't want to
God,
make you guys
no.
get too. Now that I know that your kid might be listening,
She's
feel
all right. She's cool. She's cool.
Hopefully she's studying for finals because that's what she's supposed to be doing instead
Yeah.
of listening to podcasts.
There's no way she's listening.
Okay, okay, thank God. I was worried.
There's no way.
Yeah.
You know, I do have. I'm using you guys almost more for relationship advice than.
please.
Usually I try to make this all super funny, but like you guys are the first couple I've ever had on that's actually successful, which is interesting. So I had one other. I'll tell a real story. Oh my God, I hope he doesn't get mad. One time when Stephen Kramer Glickman was co-hosting with me, we had on Jonathan Lipnicki, the kid from Jerry Maguire, who's a
yeah.
grown-up now and very hot, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's very hot. He does jujitsu and he has a great body and he's a nice guy, really nice guy.
Is he still super cute? Like, is it cute face?
Yeah, he's very cute. Yep, he's very cute. But he came on and he showed up with his girlfriend. And it was so awkward because she was like sitting, she wasn't on the show, but she was like sitting on the couch. So we couldn't really get him to say too much because it wasn't like they hadn't been together that long.
Right.
And then they left. And then he texted me like a couple days later and he's like, yo, sorry if the podcast was a little weird. We actually like got in a huge fight on the way there. And then we broke up like the next day. Like they literally like broke up.
Because of your show, probably.
I have no
You probably
idea.
said, tell us old stories about girls. And she's like, why haven't you told me that story?
Totally.
And they got into a fight on the way here.
I don't know. I feel like our podcast is a jinx now. This is the only time we ever had a couple in the room together, and it ended the next day. So,
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
but what
you know
I,
that Glickman and I used to be best friends.
shut the fuck up.
We were
what
best
happened?
friends for forever. Nothing. Nothing. Who knows? I don't know. People.
People just get busy
Yeah,
and grow
people
up.
get
Exactly.
fade apart.
Dude,
but
Glickman's
but
the best.
I love him. I
he
love him.
is
He's
the
a good
best.
man.
Yeah, he's the best. But what I was going to ask you is, you guys work together. You know, I had my ex-husband and I, we worked together. And I was married for 10 years and we worked together on the road for like 5 years.
Comic?
He wasn't a comic. He would produce events and I would MC. So he was
Cool.
kind
Oh,
of
cool.
behind the scenes and I was like talent, you know. But for us, it became like we almost became colleagues or business partners. And it kind of like the romance, for us, the romance kind of died. A lot of couples meet through work and work together. So I'm curious like how you guys keep it going and work together and manage to do it all.
Well,
Can I tell you what I think the secret is?
Yeah.
This is the true secret. Everybody is looking for butterflies. That's why you want a first date to go well. That's why it's fun to make out on a first date. Never let that go away. You have to tell yourself, it's like when you buy a car and you love that car so much. And then like a year later, you're like, oh, I kind of like that car better. Keep loving your car. Like I wake up every day grateful that I'm laying next to her. And I tell her first thing in the morning, I always say, it's a beautiful day and you're the most beautiful woman in the world. That's what I say to you, right? Every single
Seriously.
morning
Yeah.
as I wake her up.
I know.
And-
I know. I
This is
never
like
thought
a
I
ro-
would be in
He's
a
like a
relationship.
romantic comedy.
I know.
How the fuck did you
There's-
find?
I know.
There's
And he's a
flowers in our house
comic.
every day, right? Flowers.
Because of Glickman. I'll tell you the story afterwards.
What?
Yeah, how we met.
Oh, through Glickman, yeah.
He's supposed to be like crazy and damaged and suicidal.
I am.
I started in San Diego with very nice parents
Yeah.
back in the 80s. It was
I am
just-
the crazy.
you didn't have to be
suicidal
crazy
one.
back then to start comedy. You just did it.
You did it?
Yeah.
I'm the damaged one.
No way. Wow.
But you know what it is? It really is like making sure that you're happy with that person every day. Like to me, the key to, I always tell my daughter, it's love, happiness, health, safety, and freedom. Love, happiness, health, safety, freedom. If you have those 5 things, you'll be a very happy, successful person. If you're missing some of those or you let someone else take that away from you, you're less happy, right?
Yeah.
Can
It's
you
true.
see the shock on my face?
I do. You look shocked.
I've
You
just
look
never
like you're in
met a
shock.
guy that's like, you guys have been together 10 years and he's still like as in love with you as day
I
one.
know.
Madly.
He's crazy about
Do you have
me,
any
for
friends that are
sure.
like identical to you?
No, because you would push them away.
Right.
No,
You
that's not
actually
true.
met a sweet friend of ours in Reno.
I
'cause He
did?
took a picture with you. That's how I kind of started knowing your name. He goes, It was Dylan.
Oh yeah, when you
Dylan
he did, yeah,
Riley.
he came to see you at the Laugh Factory, and he's like, I'm in
or
love.
whatever it was, Laugh Factory, Catch or wherever.
it's a Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
And he had a picture next to you, and that's how I got to know you,
Oh.
like a couple years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Was through him at first, and then all of a sudden you ended up on my Twitter feed and this and
Yeah.
that, and that's when I contacted you.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better about it. Actually, I brought a guy to my birthday party. Well, a couple. No. But there's one at my birthday party that, like, I want to give a chance to. And he ended up talking to one of my very, very best guy friends for like an hour. And this guy is like, we're so close, and he never approves of anybody I date. Like, he doesn't think anyone. Usually I date guys. He's like, that one's just a fling, right? Like, you can't stay with that one. But
Good that he's honest.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, so honest. But this guy, he was like, you know what? He has my approval. He's a good dude. And I was like, what? I was so shocked.
Really?
Yeah. So we're
Makes you hate him even more, doesn't it? Push him away faster.
Oh, well, the thing with this one is I don't know, because he's got a little edge to him that's keeping me interested. You
Good.
know what it is? He doesn't treat me. He doesn't kiss my ass or give me too many compliments or like the way guys normally try so hard. He kind of makes fun of me in a way that
Good.
makes me feel like he's not that into me.
Good.
But I know he is.
Right.
But I like that.
Well, that's great. I mean,
That
and
is good.
you seem happy. It's not like you're out there like, I need a boyfriend. Like, it
Nah.
seems like you're happy and having fun. You know what I mean? Like, maybe
Thank
this
you.
is just what you're supposed to be doing right
think
now. You don't
so.
need to be in
But
a...
guys are idiots, though, right? They think when they tell you you're pretty that they're the first one that ever told you. And
Like, it's always nice to have a compliment, though. Like, I don't
Right.
want to say like women don't want to hear that, because of course,
Of
like,
course
it's
you
the
do.
best. But there's a balance, It's like don't like tease us all the time, but sometimes it's fun. Like, just like guys like it when a girl like gives you shit.
Sure, of
right?
course. Yeah, I mean it's all a game that we play, right?
Rebekah, your face right now, you're just like you're just looking at him like I feel like you must give him a lot of shit.
People say if there's an ambulance in front of our house, they're going to drive by and go, what did that lady do that nice night?
Totally. That's what everyone always says.
You guys are the best. Before we get out of here, I mean, you kind of already touched on it, but I always ask everyone like if they have a worst date story or a worst sex story.
How about you?
I
Horrible.
have a pretty bad date story. I was probably like 20, 21. I met this guy at a bar and he asked me out. So we went on a date and he told me he's one of those people that have that power that if they're holding like a rod, they can tell if there's water underground. Have you heard of this?
No.
Like Indian people can do that. American Indians.
If
are
they're
supposed-
holding a rod, they can tell if there's water
Correct.
underground.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
a something rod.
And he wasn't Native American. He was just
White dude.
a white dude.
This isn't impressive. This is supposed to be like impress you.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is something that like runs in his family, like being able to hold this rod and sense if there's water underground. So I was like, So already I was kind of like, all right, this will definitely be our only date. But then he called me back to tell me he could never see me again because he checked out some of my movies. I've been in a lot of horror movies, and he said I can't date anybody that would be on quote unquote those kind of movies. I was like, what is that
Horror
even?
movies?
Well, you also
Yeah.
do these. She does these gay comedy movies called the Eating Out movies, which sound like lesbian porn,
Right,
but
which
they
they're
are
not.
they are funny movies for gay men
Yeah.
that are not porn. You're not even naked in those movies,
Correct.
right?
But
And-
so I was like, I don't even know what that means. But not like I wanted to go out with him again anyway. But yeah, that was like.
It's the worst when someone
super-
rejects you that you aren't even into, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm not into you, fuckface, Captain Like Water Underground.
Dude.
wow.
Yeah.
That happened to me with Patty Stanger. I never even told this story on here. Patty Stanger, who's the millionaire matchmaker in the TV show.
yeah.
Okay, I did her podcast. I used to be on another podcast network, and she was on it, and I did her podcast.
Amazing.
And when I did it afterwards, she was like, how are you single? You're so beautiful and funny and intelligent, and I have to find someone for you. I'm going to find someone for you. So I forgot all about it. 6 months later, I get a call from her. She's like, it's Kate, it's Patty. I have a guy for you. I need you. By the way, this is the best part. I need you to send me your best photos, your most professional photos, and links to your website. And I'm like, photos and links to my website. And I go, who's the guy? And she goes, I can't tell you till he approves you. What? And I go, I don't think I'm really interested. She's like, fine, just Google him. Here's his name, but don't tell anyone. Don't contact him. I'll send him all your info. So I Google the guy. He wasn't even my type. He's like a Ryan Seacrest type, like really pretty, kind of effeminate, not my thing. So I didn't even follow up. I never sent her anything. And then like 3 weeks later, she messages me and she goes, hey, Kate, so bad news. he liked your photos, but then he watched some of your material, and you're just too dirty for his public image.
Oh, my
That's what she
God.
said. You're too dirty. And I go, I didn't even want to go out with this guy. I didn't even send shit.
Is he famous? Is he someone people would know?
Not real. No, he's on a TV show that I'd never even heard of, and he's just a host. He's like, no.
What a dolt.
Unbelievable.
Right?
Yeah.
I know, but that's the worst when you get rejected and you're like, I didn't even want him.
Right.
Oh my God, I can't believe you heard that from like a matchmaker. Like, he checked out your videos and he's going to pass.
I never asked you to do anything for me.
Like, it's a casting call. I mean, that is essentially what she's doing. That's crazy.
I know. And then a part of me was like, fuck this guy. And then the other part of me was like, maybe I should try to get him. Like, that's the girl in me.
Right.
The girl in me is like, well, who does he think he is? I'm going to make him go out with me now.
I do that with comedy clubs. I'll call, most comedy clubs either call me or I call them.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, there's one that won't take me, and that's the one I want in. Even if I
course.
know it's shit money
Right.
and a shit fucking club, I'm still hounding them every year going,
I know.
I don't know why. People are just
100%.
dummies like that.
Yeah. Well, we all.
I don't like no. No is not a good
No one
word.
likes to be rejected.
Right.
I know.
It is interesting though, because as comics, it's like I can be rejected on stage, meaning like I try a new joke,
Sure.
it doesn't work. I'm like,
Who
yeah,
cares?
fuck these people. Who gives a shit?
Right.
But when you're rejected personally, it hurts. It hurts.
Totally,
It's
Yeah.
so weird.
totally.
It's
Yeah,
so
like
weird.
you get over like bombing on stage when a joke bombs. You're just like, it means nothing. But then like in real life,
Yeah.
it turns, that's where it hurts.
And it's the same with vulnerability. I can be so vulnerable on stage. I can tell people my deepest, darkest insecurities. But on like a date or even to friends, I'm like, I don't want them to know this. There's shit I say on stage that I don't want people to know.
And then you're shocked when like they come up and
Yeah.
say things to you. Yeah, I know that. And I'm like, how do you know that?
Yeah. Anyway, well, you guys were fucking amazing guys.
Thank you.
You guys are so awesome. I want to give you one more chance. Oh, by the way, when you're in Denver,
Yes.
Yes.
this is big. I'm gonna hit this girl up. If you can guest list her, I'm sure she'll love to come out.
Anybody you want.
This chick who lives in Denver came to see me at the Laugh Factory last night. Her name's Tiffany Ray. I want to give her a shout out because
Hi, Tiffany.
she came to see me at the Laugh Factory and she brought me a birthday present. She bought me Rams pint glasses and flowers.
Holy
And
shit.
that
That is
so
yeah, like the coolest fucking girl ever.
What's her name?
Tiffany Ray. Her name is Tiffany Ray. So
Wow.
you guys will have to hook her up with some
Tiffany,
tickets.
That's
you
so
can come to our
nice.
show if you're listening. I hope
Yeah,
you are. Please
yeah.
do. We'll get you as many tickets as you want. Hit me up at Dante@comicdante.com.
There you go.
DANTE at comicdante.com, of course.
Yes.
We'll get you as many tickets as you want.
Thank you. That's amazing. And follow both these guys on Twitter. Dante, yours is at Dante the Comic,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
And Rebekah at Rebekah Kochan, but we have to spell it because it's complicated.
It's tricky. It's REBEKAHKOCHAN.
And can I tell them to check out our website?
Anything you want.
All right, check out our website. It's Golden Artists with an S, artistsentertainment.com. We have, I manage a bunch of people. We book comedians and we also make movies and stuff. And right now our company is producing the biggest comedy contest in Los Angeles.
Yes.
You have to come be a judge.
Yes,
Yes,
I know. I
please.
said
It's
I was
the
like,
best
I said I
contest
feel
ever.
weird
Glickman
judging
won
people.
Glickman won it.
He did?
Yeah, Glickman won it.
right,
Anthony
fuck it.
Jeselnik has won it.
Shut
Tons
up.
of people.
A long time ago. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
in. All right, I'll
right.
do a date. We'll
It's,
talk.
it's called the Funniest Comic in LA contest. Look it up at
Yes,
goldenartistsentertainment.com.
and you can sign up now.
And come check us out at the Denver Improv the 20th through the 23rd, and in Reno at the Laugh Factory the 27th of December through January 1st, and whatever.
Yes, and guys, if you're listening from Las Vegas, I will be in Vegas with Steve Byrne December 28th through the
Ooh.
30th. I know it's going to be
That's a good
so
show.
fun, and I will also be at the Dirty at 12:30 December 30th, which we were talking about earlier at South Point Casino. So make sure you guys come out and check that, and of course follow me at Kate Q Funny. I recently posted a video of me ballet dancing naked for my birthday,
Which was
Yeah.
great.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God. I was like, are you really naked doing that?
Did you really do it naked?
I really did it naked, and I do want to say that I covered my lady parts with duct tape because I didn't have
That's-
pasty.
I was like, what? What's going on over here?
I covered it with duct tape, and then people thought that that was pubes. So now everybody keeps DMing me like, "Great bush," and
you
I'm like,
looked
"That's duct tape."
so hot, by the way. I
That's
thought that
really
was your
sweet.
hot tush that I was saying. I was like, is that her doing it?
Actually, my butt is like so jiggly and white in it, but I didn't
You're
give a fuck.
ridiculous.
It's supposed to be funny. I have a
ridiculous.
very white ass, but so go to my Instagram and you can see that at Kate Q Funny. You guys are awesome. Thanks for listening. As always, this is Date Fails, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having us.
Oh my
on.
God, you guys.